Hello, I'm Paul Donovan, and while I'm on gardening leave, I'm obviously missing the glamour that is associated with occasionally appearing on CNBC, so I'm doing a few videos. This video is about global trade. As you can see from this chart, in the OECD, trade has been steadily rising as a share of the economy, and indeed globally, we are now more integrated than at any time in human history in terms of trade. But critically, this is about trade in goods and services. Politicians, in particular, believe that trade should be about shipping chests around the world on wooden sailing ships, a somewhat romanticised notion of what trade actually is. In fact, in today's world, it is services that are the dynamic part of global trade. Why is that? Well, this is really a return to the imperial model of trade, born about because of technology. 10 years ago, if you wanted to buy music, you would probably have bought one of these, a compact disc. Today, my nieces think a compact disc is something you use to put a drink on top of. Nobody buys goods like compact discs, we buy the intellectual property service of a music download. With the fourth industrial revolution, we're likely to see more of this taking place as we get localized production and trade dwindles down to being trade in physical commodities and an awful lot of services. That, essentially, is the new variant of the imperial model. Why does this matter? This matters because right now trade is very politically contentious. Politicians are still fixating on trade in goods and the associated tariffs. But when we look at the UK's negotiation with the EU, or we look at what is happening with the US presidential election race, it is in fact trade in services that should grab our attention. When Boris Johnson is sent to Brussels to negotiate with Britain's former EU partners, he should be focusing on services, not on tariffs and goods particularly. The future for global trade is not the past of global trade. We need global trade for the 21st century, not an approach to trade stuck in Victorian England circa 1840. The age of the sailing ship is over.